This an African story of how a mother turned her husband to a goat. Viewers, relax and watch this educative African folklore. One night, the wind blew softly through our village. It was a quiet night. Outside our house, there was a goat tied to a tree. The goat looked sad. Inside, my father, Babatunde, lay on a mat. He was sick and weak. A long time ago. When my father was healthy, he was strong and had supernatural powers. He hunted big animals in the forest and killed many dark creatures, and everyone in the village loved him. My mother, Ayabo, was happy at first. But soon, she began to worry because the village women started taking interest in him and some hoping he would marry another wife. My mother thought, what if he leaves me? One day, my mother went to visit a wise old man named Baba Agba in the forest. I want my husband to stay with me forever, she said. What can I do? Baba Agba gave my mother a small bottle. Pour this into his drink, he said. Then he will never leave you. That night, my mother gave my father the drink with the magic potion. But soon, something went wrong. My father became weak and couldn't hunt anymore. He couldn't even stand up. Outside, there was a goat. It looked like any other goat, but my mother knew it was different. The goat's eyes were the same as my father's. His spirit was inside that goat. I am Funk, and I loved my father very much. After he got sick, he didn't play with me anymore. One night, I had a strange dream. I saw my mother feeding a goat, but the goat had my father's head. I woke up scared and ran to see my father. He was still weak on his bed. I looked outside and saw the goat standing there, staring at me. I ran back inside and begged my father to help. Please, Baba, go outside and untie the goat, I said. My father got up slowly, and we went outside together. When he saw the goat, he felt something in his heart. Slowly, he untied the rope. The moment the rope fell, the wind blew very hard. The goat cried, and there was a flash of light. Suddenly, the goat was gone, and my father was back to normal. He was strong again. My mother came outside and saw what happened. She was so surprised, she fell to the ground. I can't believe it, she said. I looked at my mother and asked, Mama, why did you do this to Baba? Baba Agba came to us and said, Ayabo, you played with magic you didn't understand. My father didn't say anything, but his eyes looked different. He turned to my mother, and upon looking at her she ran into the forest, laughing and crying, displaying madness. My father took my hand and said, let's go inside, Funk. As we walked back into the house, the wind whispered through the trees. And I knew everything would be okay. We never heard or see Ayabo, the mother who went mad, ever again. Some moral lesson in this. I will let you comment on what you learned from this.